Okay, welcome back, and in today's live lesson we've got Jeff, who's a 9 handicap golfer, struggling with driver consistency, missing it right and left, and today we work on one thing in the backswing that completely changes everything. We give him 2 simple drills that make a huge difference, so if you want to hit the driver better, this video is really going to help. Jeff, welcome to the show. Or
Thanks
the lesson,
for having me.
The lesson. Happy for you to be here, and hopefully we can help you with the driving today.
Right.
Dream scenario. What's the dream scenario for today's lesson?
Just understand what I'm doing in the swing that's promoting a two-way miss. Mostly the left side bothers me the most. As I mentioned to you earlier, I went 6 or 7 years without hitting a driver. It's just the game didn't become fun anymore. So I would hit an iron off the tee, which get me to the middle of the fairway. But I really felt like this year I wanted to step back in and understand how the swing actually happens and be able to bring this club back into the bag. Turned on your channel about January of last year, about 10, 11 months ago, and the rest is history. It's helped me to at least play the game again, but I really feel like fine-tuning it is where I want to be today.
Okay, and you're going to see there's a lot of great things in Jeff's motion and his setup that he does really, really well. He wears 2 gloves as well, obviously, obviously copying Aaron Rai. But today's partly to let you know what you do well, but also I think we can make some really great changes, simple, that's going to get you more predictable. Longer, straighter. I think it's the one thing that we're gonna do, I think is gonna just change everything. So let's fire a couple away.
Okay.
Let's have a little look, and then we'll get into what I think we're gonna do today.
All right, thanks
so
again.
We'll go black flag in the distance here.
Nope.
Beautiful.
That's
Much
nice.
better. Much.
And there's,
Yeah, just
A good
doing
example.
that one.
well, if you look at those 3 shots, one right, one relatively straight, and one left, you stand on the tee and you go, well, what do I do with that? Yeah.
Right.
How do we control that?
No, it's so true.
Let's switch places, and then let's just go through. If you just stand here for us, let's
Sure.
just go through your golf swing then, because as we've said, really nice, great setup, a lot of great things going on. But let's just highlight the thing that is causing the inconsistencies. So as we swing back, we move the club back nicely on plane. But halfway back, when the lead arm's parallel with the ground, we start to get a little narrow, and this is something that you're aware of in the swing.
Right.
So by the time we get to the top of the golf swing, the left arm bends a little bit, and we get very narrow here. The club actually gets a little open. Now, whenever we get narrow and the club gets open, we then have to compensate by really throwing the arms down early, okay, to try and catch everything up, even stand up a little bit through the golf ball, and this is where you get the left shots. So the left shot actually is more of you trying to not hit it to the right, because a narrow golf swing like this generally wants to leave the face open.
Got it.
But intuitively, you're a good golfer, you go, well, I don't want it to go right, so I then overcorrect and do this. My goal here really, Jeff, all I want to do is take out the right side of play.
Sure.
The first shot you hit today is almost the natural shot for you. But then to play golf, you can't hit that, so we have
Because
to then...
that open club face, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So let's take your setup. I'm going to take you through some feels of where we'd like to be. So I'd love you to just do a backswing for me, actually, and go to the top and stop. Okay, hold it there for me. So what I would love us to feel is if we can stretch these arms now. Okay, hold it there, good. Now, this is where I want your backswing to be more like. What does that feel like?
Doesn't feel like my swing, for
Doesn't feel
sure.
like your swing there. But see now how we've created a bit more space between your hands and the body. Now, what's comfortable to you is letting this go.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I
Left arm gets...
almost allow the club to, I don't feel very solid in my fingers at the top.
Yeah.
I almost allow the club to fall down, and then I'm re-gripping it on the way down.
And the more angle that we create here, the harder it is to time.
Right.
You know, if we've got less angle, the easier it is to time and
less
get control of the
variables.
face. Exactly. So our job today is we're going to create less angles and less angles in the club and the arms. So do a swing and hold at the top for me. Okay, good. So really feel we're going to stretch these out. There you go. So there's your backswing.
And
So
that's my finish position.
This
on
is
the
where
backswing.
I want you to feel. In reality, it's going to go way past that.
I see.
Because when we're in this stationary position,
Yeah, the
it's
body's
like
moving more. Right,
okay,
right,
but
right,
once
right.
we're in momentum, it's going to take us there.
Okay.
So let's do a couple of these. So swing back to the top. Okay, so there you go. Feel the difference in that, yeah? So we've still made a good turn in the backswing. What do you notice about, what do you feel here? Do you feel it in the right arm? Do you feel it in the left arm, the wrist?
Left arm, upper left back, and the wrists are in a slightly different position,
Yeah.
especially that right hand. That right hand was really moving back this
There you
way.
go.
Now it's staying a little bit straighter.
Love it. So a checkpoint, a great checkpoint for you, let's do that one more time, Jeff. Great checkpoint for you is when that lead arm is parallel to the ground, which is around about here. I want to see that there's a little bit less set in the wrists there. So you would normally go
Definitely.
here, and we can see, I want to see there's a little bit less set in the wrists. So now we've got this perfect L shape,
Yep.
where yours would normally be narrow with this, and then,
Right,
here,
right,
that's
right.
roughly where you would be. Okay, lovely,
Lovely shot.
very nice.
Very different ball flight too.
That was really nice, yeah. What you're going to find when you get this right as well is that you can, when you're wider, it just means you can start to fire a lot easier without you having to go.
Yep. Yep.
The
What's
whole
your
body's going to
longest?
sequence
That's your,
in a
I
better
mean,
way.
just so you know, that's your longest drive today already.
320.
325. No, not quite. It's three. There's a 3 and a 2, but unfortunately it's the
Oh,
other way
no.
around.
One drill. I'm going to give you a quick drill, and then I want to show you how maybe you can do this when you're hitting these shots. So a great drill you can do, arms into the body like this, so really narrow here. We're going to get a good turn on the way back, and then we're just going to push everything away.
Okay.
So you can see how short that golf swing is now and how wide the right arm is.
Right.
So it's literally hands in, turn to the top, okay, and then just feel as if we can create that nice stretch.
Okay.
There's a great backswing to be in. How you can hit some shots now, I think this would be good for you. So we're in setup, swing to the top of the swing, stop, maybe even feel a little bit more width if we need to, because we probably will need to, and then through, and then put it into a free flow motion. So now it's like, okay, what does it feel in a full swing? And then through. So we've got feedback on the practice swings. It's like, okay, let's rehearse it. Or maybe go a little wider.
Okay.
Stop, okay, good. Then go, and then we'll blend it into a move. So the quality of your practice swings then massively impact the quality of your shot.
Takes out the variable of getting the club into that
Yeah, and I
position.
love the fact that you create the turn, and there we go. And that's
I think that's a nice rehearsal even before I start swinging.
yeah.
Because then I know, because if I can just understand where to put the club every single time, it's going to make everything easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You won't overdo this.
Yeah.
The great thing is, if we saw you in another 4 months, there's no chance that we would say to you, "Oh, Jeff, your arms have gone too short." There might be a time where we say, "Oh, you've stopped your body turning. This is why it's so important to keep this body turning." But there's no way that you're going to come back with your arms swinging too short.
Yeah.
It's very rare
That's
that
a
would ever
nice
happen.
feel. I find I can get the club there easier with that drill than by putting it there. Because I really feel like that right arm is
Yeah, yeah.
bringing it back.
Yeah, nice.
Lovely golf shot.
Lovely.
Very, very nice. A lovely,
Beautiful
lovely
shot.
shot on that one.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot. That was really good.
Here's a drill that you can do with your irons.
Okay.
I've got a wedge here. Lee Trevino said this if you were pitching, he said that if you want to be a good pitcher of the golf ball, when you take a backswing halfway back, you shouldn't be able to grab like the neck of the club. Now, if we create a lot of, let's say, narrowness
Yep.
here, it's really easy for me to grab the neck of this club. So I like this for an iron. So if we swing back and create width, okay, it's really hard for me to actually reach up there and grab that now.
Right.
But if I get the arm bent in, I create a load of set, this all of a sudden becomes really close.
Very, very true.
Having this width here with an iron, even,
That's a great idea.
let's have a go at this. Have a look at that.
That's
Okay,
good.
That's it, that's it.
That's good.
Okay, there's the feeling. Hold it. Okay, beautiful. Let's just make sure we turn. There you go. That's it. And now try and grab that now. Look. Hard, yeah? There's that feeling for you.
That's way back here.
Yeah, yeah. And that's like a big stretch, yeah? It's a big stretch.
So even on my irons, that's where the club should be.
Yep. Okay, probably the best shot you've hit
Yeah.
today.
I think so.
No doubt. Yeah, I think I was just short there. I really feel like that extra 3 inches put the club where it was supposed to be.
And it just enables you to the room to
Yeah.
go, now I can keep these arms wide.
Right.
As we said, if you get to here and this stops, this takes over. Whereas that continues to move, look, and we can continue to create that
It was
width.
such a, it seems like such a small amount of distance,
Yeah.
but it makes such a huge difference in that swing. That was definitely my best swing.
So guys, take a look on screen now. We've got the before and after. You'll see at the top of the backswing, obviously first, it was very narrow. Now you can see club is short of parallel, arms and much more away from the head. That is going to be the key thing now that you need to commit to for 3 or 4 months. That's a promise, Jeff, yeah?
Done.
Promise,
I promise that.
promise, okay.
I'll be back.
You'll be sending us the videos and we'll see that in 3 or 4 months, and I guarantee it's going to be in a much better place.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks
Thanks,
so much.
guys. If you enjoyed that, make sure you head over to memygolf.com or simply download the Me and My Golf app. Thanks again.